All right, great. So then I'm going to continue. Ryan, I know, showed some updates to the SmartChat simplification. Some part of that I'm also working on. So I'm going to show that to you now. So basically, my knowledge is essentially gone or will be, and we're combining those two. So what that is basically Tag Manager and my knowledge now will be living on the same page, and we want to see how users react to this. And just kind of again to the simplification efforts, it was a lot going on, and so we wanted to just see how that will look like. And so here now we have upload knowledge, like anything to do with reports is still here. And then we click on tags, then we see everything to do with the tag. And if there's nothing selected, then essentially you see all of your knowledge. And then for groups, and now what the only part that I'm kind of working on that I need to finalize is just like when you can select multiple tags and you see all the content and reports. But otherwise, everything will now live on this one, and we don't necessarily have a my knowledge on the left. So yeah, just wanted to show and share that. Open to suggestions, anything else that we might want to do. But yeah, this kind of goes along with the simplification efforts, and it works the same. This is still resizable, and then we open this and we can like kind of we have the three panels here. And yeah, this will effectively mean that we have everything here, and then we have the chat. So and then when Ryan's and my changes are merged, then we got a lot of simplicity here for both those tabs.
So just a couple of things about how Taha, your and Ryan's work is going to come together. You're both on localhost
Mhm.
right now, so there's some work you got to do to
Yeah.
combine it all. And so what I'm imagining, and I'm thinking back to what Ryan just demoed, is there will effectively be like a all my knowledge button up here, and
Mhm.
when I'm in that is when I'm seeing all, basically like that's selected by default when I go here. Is that the kind of thing that you're imagining?
Yep, that's what
Um,
I was thinking.
so sorry, Ryan, that was for you. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, it's it seems like we're on the same page, so that's good.
Cool. Yep, that's great. Also, we've talked about Ryan being able to drag this panel over where it resizes up to a reasonable point and then it slides over. And so I don't know, like it doesn't basically like Taha, if you go all the way over right now,
Yeah,
like
it doesn't. It stops
that's
here.
not
Yeah.
great, right? So start going to the right a little bit and let's like where do we think a reasonable level of like something like that probably, right? So if I slide more than that, then I don't want to keep
Hmm.
making like if this is panel, let's see, what are we calling this panel 1 and 2? Is that right? Is that right?
that's right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't want panel 1 to get too squished. So Ryan, I don't know if you've got any updates there. It's not the end of the world right now, but
Yeah, no updates on that. I think Taha and I can talk about it after he completes the full
cool.
simplification.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
All right, great. So that should be that. And then I think the next one, again, just wanted to hear highlight my excitement. Like I remember talking to Jing before I left work about this like sharing metadata, and I just got home and I saw like Ace's chat with Jing when we enabled org level um content sharing, and it was so cool. I literally just got all the context I needed, and then when I talked to Jing yesterday, I just knew what he was going to talk about. Like I had that context, so that saved us valuable time. And I just wanted to mention how crazy that was. Like that was just that moment of being like, wow, this is perfect. This we're getting value out of this. Like this is amazing. So just wanted to highlight that. And now I want to share about social link preview. So yeah, kudos to Jing making this a little weekend hackathon, it seems like. And I'm going to take the work from there, kind of share with you what we've done, what we're hoping to achieve in the future, and yeah, what's kind of planned there. So um, now this is kind of what it looks like. So we share something. It shows like share.storytell, and then it kind of says a little bit about the tag. So I was sharing Rafael Nadal and a little bit of a summary. So the follow up here is that you can see that it's like really long. So all the meta content, everything that shows here is basically contained within that URL. And that's what we kind of want to avoid and make it really simple and should just be like Nadal or some like little ID. So I would kind of have an idea of what the URL is about, and not have to contain everything there. So one of the things that I'll be focusing on moving forward is going to be to shorten this link and, save a lot of this information within a database. So we'll be containing like all this content within that. We'll be saving the summary, and this will also decrease the latency. So currently, when we go on staging and then we click on a certain tag, I don't know, maybe this one. After a while, the summary pops up, but it takes a little bit, and then every time we kind of go back, it will take a while for the summary to load. And it seems like at this time it also didn't do that. So we want to be essentially maintaining a cache, or in this case, a database, so that we can each time access it. And if a summary has been made, then we can just relate that. Because also, since we're kind of making a backend request, it generates a new one each time. We also want to maintain consistency. So two things coming up here would be like saving all this information in the database in a separate table. And what that means is every time you share the link, it will give you the same information. It will be faster. And then additionally, you won't have to worry about a really long link. Like in this case, you can see that it kind of keeps on going. And so we want to avoid having the meta content like this in the URL, and restructure that so it feels more readable. At the moment, it doesn't, but it's a good start. Before we weren't even able to see it like this; it would always show up as the default Storytel AI with the icon. But I think now we actually have a lot of flexibility with what we can do with these links, and it does look awesome because now we can share it like this on Slack, Facebook, and other platforms, and it would be rendered as we kind of wanted to. So yeah, I'm glad we were able to do that without making big structural changes. And yeah, this is really awesome.